When did you decide your best years belong to your job? You're pouring your heart into work, but what about your dreams? There's a new blueprint for retirement, one where you thrive, not just survive. And I'm going to show you how. Look around. Your parents' generation followed that old retirement script. Work until 65, then watch their world shrink to the size of a TV screen. Friendships faded, dreams collected dust. Passive retirement doesn't just dull your mind, it's a silent killer that steals your health, your joy, and ultimately your life. That's the trap you're in right now with traditional retirement thinking. You've inherited this idea that retirement means having millions saved and waiting until 65. But while you're chasing that magic number, you're running out of something so much more precious, life itself. Your kids are growing up or already grown, and those dreams of yours, like starting that small business or traveling while your knees and hips can keep up with your adventurous spirit, they're all collecting dust on the shelf labeled after retirement. Your health, your energy, your chances to create memories, these aren't infinite resources, and they're slipping away one Monday at a time. I know because I've lived it. At 55, I was in the best shape of my life, crushing mud runs, conquering obstacle courses, and hiking all over the Ozarks. Then my body broke. Suddenly, I couldn't even jog a block without horrible hip pain. And long story short, an autoimmune diagnosis and hip surgery later, I had my wake-up call. Let that sink in. Hip surgery at 55. Losing my mobility and enduring months of painful physical therapy was really eye-opening. Walking with a cane, needing help to get in and out of cars, help simply getting up and down from chairs. It felt like a gut punch, a glimpse of what was to come if I continued to follow the traditional wait until 65 retirement path, a boring and sedentary life. I remember sitting in those same mind-numbing meetings you're enduring right now. During one regular monthly review, watching my teammates all nod along to yet another recycled PowerPoint presentation, I felt the weight of every meeting before it. Years of these sessions had slowly drained the color from my life. I was burnt out. I was filled with anxiety as I imagined myself still there, trapped in that same conference room, 5 years older, 10 years older, waiting to hit some magic number in my retirement account that I may never be able to reach. I bet you can relate. You're staring at your retirement account for the umpteenth time this month, wishing somehow the balance was more and would grow faster. 10 more years of pushing your dreams aside, waiting for someday. 10 years of missing out on life while you're still young enough to truly live it. But here's what changed everything for me and what can change everything for you too. Retirement isn't about waiting for an age or a number. It's about truly intentionally designing your life. Now, I know what you're thinking.
That's not how retirement works. You need at least $1 million saved. You need to wait until Medicare kicks in. You need to follow the rules.
It's the nagging thought holding you back. This rigid, outdated blueprint you've been handed. But you can flip the script today with 3 essential steps. Here's where we start. The first step seems simple, but it's setting the stage for everything to come. Write down what you'd do with your time if money wasn't an issue. Not vague dreams, specific plans. So not just travel, but spend 3 months in Portugal learning the language. See the difference? This shifts your brain from dreaming to actually thinking, planning, and problem solving, moving you from someday to today. Here's my aha moment. I was teaching a young intern about compound interest, and it hit me. What about the compound interest of putting our lives on hold? Every year you wait isn't just another year lost. It's all the ripple effects of that year. The trail's not hiked, the adventure's not taken, your zest for life fading, that twinkle in your eye just getting dimmer and dimmer. a life not fully lived. Look at your daily routine right now. Racing to squeeze in a rushed workout before the morning commute, watching your bike gather dust in the garage, carrying around books you never have time to read, a reminder of all the life you're not living. This is where everything shifts. Instead of obsessing over a magic retirement number, create what I call a joy per dollar formula. Track every expense through the lens of happiness, not just necessity. Here's how I did it. I made a simple spreadsheet, because I always love a good spreadsheet, and I made 3 columns: essential expenses, lifestyle choices, and future goals. Then I gave each expense a joy score. The results were eye-opening. That $200 cable package, 0 joy. My $50 Pilates class, where I've made amazing friends, off the charts. This simple shift in my mindset freed up $400 a month for me, money that now fuels my dreams, not distractions. When you strip away the expensive distractions of corporate life, the fancy car, the long commute, the corporate wardrobe, that daily habit of eating lunch out, you'll discover something surprising. You can live on much less in retirement than when you were working. The surprise isn't how much you need to retire, it's how much life you can afford when you spend on what truly matters. I'm not talking about scaling back on what you love. I'm talking about redirecting your resources towards what actually makes you happy. That's how I've been able to retire on such a modest amount. Now comes the game changer. What do you love so much that you completely lose track of time? Whether it's writing, teaching, fitness, or creating, that's your gold mine. Think about how you can turn those passions into small income streams. Start small, 1 client, 1 project, 1 course. The goal isn't to replace your whole paycheck. You just need to show yourself that you can make money doing what lights you up. And this extra income, it gives you breathing room, options, and flexibility that you can take with you into retirement. Imagine your life like this. Monday mornings, you wake up, but not to an alarm or the dread of another day of endless meetings. That knot in your stomach that has been your constant companion, gone. Instead of rushing to beat traffic, you're starting your day on your terms. Maybe at the gym, building not just strength, but a group of friends who never mention quarterly projections or KPIs. Your days will flow filled with people and activities that actually excite you, not a parade of boring meetings. The biggest surprise? My days actually mean something now. When I create content for this channel, I'm sharing real experiences, not corporate mumbo jumbo. When I'm biking or hiking, I'm fully present, not mentally distracted by rehearsing presentations. My calendar has breathing room, beautiful gaps for spontaneity. I've learned that productivity doesn't always mean producing something, and success doesn't always mean climbing higher. So that identity crisis you're worried about, letting go of who you think you should be will help you discover who you actually are. The title on your business card, it's just a role you're playing. This is who you can become, someone who lives life on their own terms, who measures success not by spreadsheets, but by unforgettable experiences and moments filled with joy. This is about retiring smart, building a life that excites you so much you don't need to escape from it. Because when you make this shift, retirement stops being an endpoint and becomes what it should have been all along, a new chapter in your story where you finally have the freedom to write it your way. So what story will you write? And more importantly, what small step will you take today to start writing it? Let me know in the comments. Now, if this has got you thinking about retiring sooner rather than later, you're going to want to check out this next video. It's your behind the scenes pass to what really happens when you decide to write your own rules. The insights I wish someone had shared with me before I made the leap. Trust me, it will help you understand the hidden challenges now so you can prepare and make the transition to retirement super smooth.